Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala, pastor of St. Malachi Catholic Church in Sterling Heights. Welcome to Saints of the Summer. Today is May 27th. A number of years ago, a study was done of Americans and when they like to sing, or what kind of songs most people know by heart. Well, it probably won't surprise us to know that for most people, some of the first songs they learn are Christmas carols. And the most comfortable we are at singing is when we're with others, usually in church at Christmas time, singing Christmas carols. Hark the herald angels sing, angels we have heard on high. For the first Noel. Well, today's saint has something to do with Christmas carols. His name was Augustine. Now, this particular Augustine grew up in Rome and entered a monastery, the monastery of St. Andrew. He was elected the prior and was perfectly content to spend the rest of his life in Rome. This was around the late 500s, early 600s. And the Pope at that time was Gregory the Great, very famous Pope. Well, Gregory the Great was walking through the slave market, and yes, the Roman Empire, the late Roman Empire, and even early feudalism had slavery. And he was walking through and he noticed some young boys, blonde, blue eyes, and he wanted to know where these boys had come from. And the guy who brought them for sale said they were from Angela. Well, Angela was a part of what's now modern-day England. They were the Angles, along with the Saxons and the Jutes that had conquered parts of England. We know them as the Anglo-Saxons. Well, it broke Gregory to heart to see these pagan boys and decided that he was going to do something about bringing the faith to England. So he called in Augustine and he asked him, I'd like to send you and some monks to this faraway place called Anglia, modern-day England, and preach the faith to those people and see if we can convert them. Well, Augustine, being very obedient, did, and him and his monks arrived in the southeast corner of England, which was known as Kent. And after a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of persuasion, was able to get the King of Kent to accept Christianity. And after that, his subjects accepted baptism and became Christian Catholics. He worked very, very hard there. But one of the things he liked to do on the side was write music. And his most famous piece probably is the most famous song sung from that time period, although when he wrote it, it was in Latin, and it was called the Adeste Fideles. We know it today as O Come All Ye Faithful.